How's it going, everybody? It's Ashwai the First. Happy holidays to everyone. Before we get started, like, share, subscribe. So it's the end of the year, and I've done about maybe 40 or so weddings for the entire year. So what I put together today is the top 10 wedding venues of 2024. The top 10 wedding venues of 2024. We've had some amazing brides and grooms and amazing venues and amazing staff and just an all-out great experience at some of these venues. And I know a lot of people are getting married or being engaged around the Christmas season, around the New Year's season. And what I want to do is show you the top 10 wedding venues that I've experienced in 2024, which I think would be great to add to your list as you go about doing your research to find the best wedding venue for you and your big day. Now, before we get started, like, share, subscribe. I'm Ashwai the First, and I'm your wedding singer. Let's go.
Ashwai the First.
And as you can see, there are beautiful views from above where you can even get great pictures of the main table where our bride and groom will be seated at. See how it looks from the balcony when everyone has arrived. And as you can see, it's still breathtaking. Even more so now that the sun is starting to come through. The outdoor balcony is a breath of fresh air. Beauty all around you, and incredible pictures can be taken from here as well. Now on the ground level, let's see how the ceremony is being set up. But one thing I did notice was this gentleman here. He was working harder than most. So I had to find out who he was and what he was doing, because he was helping everyone, having conversations with everyone, cleaning up, fixing things, moving things. So I had to get to know him. This is Barry Smith, everyone, and we're at Wyndham Manor. This guy runs this whole thing. Beautiful service, great venue. And is this a farm?
This was a dairy farm at one time, many years ago in the 1960s. And now it's a beautiful wedding venue.
He converted it into a beautiful wedding venue. We're gonna check it out inside. Ashwai the First. Barry, see you soon.
Pleasure meeting you guys.
And it was great meeting you, Barry. Thank you so much. By Frederick Gilbert Bourne, who was the president of the Singer Sewing Machine Company. It's an historic landmark, and it features grand ballrooms, elegant staircases with charming details. Let's take a look inside. From the moment you enter the Bourne Mansion, you can see how much time. The grounds of the mansion are amazing and beautiful. It's a beautiful day, it's sunny, it's bright. Everyone's out, they're enjoying themselves, and they're enjoying the union that has just happened.
Out here. Amazing view.
Now let's check out the grand ballroom. List placed on a mirror like that. Now let's check out where the cocktail and the ceremony are going to be held. As you can see, the cocktail area complete with private entrances, separate cocktail rooms, ceremony spaces, lush gardens, and outdoor patio spaces.
So we're going to see what the inside looks like. Let's check it out.
This is the grand ballroom. It's featuring 35-inch ceilings, exposed woodwork, finished metal, and soft, neutral colors. The Grand Ballroom offers the blank canvas of your dreams. Floor-to-ceiling windows, panoramic views, and wraparound terrace to provide a refreshing escape for both you and your guests, and it has a capacity of 325 guests. Website and all the information, and I'm going to leave you with a view of the Liberty House. I'm Ashwai the First, and I'm your wedding singer. And as we can see in the distance, you have the Pavilion Terrace. It's very hot outside, but one thing about Tappan Hill Mansion, they're prepared with handheld fans and water for when the guests are done with the ceremony. So be very aware that when you're booking a wedding at the Tappan Hill Mansion and you may be on the Pavilion Terrace, if it's a hot day, they'll be prepared, but you also have to be prepared as well and dress accordingly. So now that the ceremony is over, let's take a closer look at the Pavilion Terrace at the Tappan Hill Mansion in case you decide to have your wedding here. It's a beautiful backdrop as the sun sets, and there's confetti. They have confetti on the floor for when you say your I do's and they just burst it up in the air for you. In addition, it's not too far from the cocktail, so if it's too hot outside or you need to get some cold water, it's really close and you could walk right there. What an amazing song to sing at this beautiful wedding. The bride looks great and the groom has on a very sharp suit. They look amazing together. This song is Unchained Medley by the Righteous Brothers. I was a little bit nervous about singing it, but it turned out really great and the room looked beautiful and they danced the night away. So it was a great time had by all. One thing, now up next we have the Venetian Hour. If you don't know what the Venetian Hour is, the Venetian Hour is a wonderful and legendary Sicilian tradition in which the bride and groom or host display to their guests a dazzling array of pastries, cakes, frozen desserts, fresh fruits, and coffee. I've been to so many weddings, thousands of weddings, and I've seen plenty of Venetian hours. I even used to say that Oheka Castle has one of the best Venetian hours. But I have been proven wrong because the Grand has the greatest Venetian hour I've ever seen. Different cakes, pastries, popcorn, ice cream, crepes, fresh made crepes right in front of you.
So good.
I had to try everything. Everything was just amazing. I felt like I was just eating the night away. It was so amazing and delicious.
You know, I used to think Oheka Castle had the best Venetian hour. And apparently I've been proven wrong with the Grand.
Lighthouse is that when you approach, they have a red carpet out for you. And that's really nice. It makes the guests see what that looks like also. The view. The view is another thing that's amazing about the lighthouse in Chelsea Pier. You can see all of New York. You can see helicopters passing by as well as boats. They're even able to have the housing space open so you can go out to the side of the pier and take pictures with friends and family and have a great view. Now, as the sun is beginning to set, let's take a look at what the skyline looks like as the sun sets so we can see how we can take pictures, how we can enjoy the ambiance, and what the water looks like with the lights and a nice cocktail. The room is packed and the guests are having a great time.
So, as you can see, the wedding is going off without a hitch, and it is a beautiful night. You have the city behind you at the lighthouse, and right behind me we have the Empire State. Not sure if you can see that right there.
When walking in, they not only have the reception area, but it's transformed from the ceremony area. You have the staff, the wait staff, moving the tables and transitioning into a party reception. Have another bar right behind the first bar in the main lobby. So as you can see, there are a lot of guests. There's an open space, beautiful view, and back in the reception, they're continuing to break down the ceremony stands where the bride and groom said their vows and getting everything in place and in order. They have these floating candles in these vases floating on water, and it looks beautiful. Let's take a closer look. Staff at the Brooklyn Winery. Before the guests are coming in from dinner, the chairs for the hora have already been set up. Now that the bride and groom are in, the chairs are there ready so that the bride and groom can be lifted in those chairs. So the staff is well prepared at the Brooklyn Winery. Here's one of the issues that being too prepared can cause. People are starting to put their stuff on the chairs, coats, jackets, purses. But here's where the staff comes in. They are ready, available, and they see everything that's going on, and they're still making sure no one has anything on the chairs so the bride and groom will be prepared for. So I definitely say the staff at the Brooklyn Winery are well prepared and extremely attentive and observant to anything and everything that's going on. Now, like always, here's a live performance from this wedding. Enjoy. as you can see, for the reception, everyone is having a great time. I'm glad that when I'm on stage, I can allow everyone to be themselves, especially the bride and groom. What I did notice about this particular venue is not only that the staff is on point, any spilled drinks, broken glass, they're there, they're observant, they're ready to go. But my complaint for the cocktail hour was that the space was very tight quarters. But the funny thing is, that is not an issue when it comes to partying. When it comes to having fun, those tight quarters, those tight spaces are great for the bride and groom, are great for the reception, are great for the party itself. It makes you feel closer together. It makes you feel like having fun and having a good time. And get out there and not feel crowded and clustered. One thing I can't speak highly enough about is the staff and the service at Park Savoy. When the dance floor is packed, you have the staff removing plates, taking dinner orders, getting drinks refilled, folding napkins. One thing that I did notice, this gentleman here, I forget his name. He is the maitre d', the bald head guy in the back with the glasses. As people are going to get drinks at the bar, as people are going to the dance floor, he's pushing in chairs. He's folding napkins. He's directing the other staff members and making sure that everything is timed perfectly for each segment of the evening to make sure that the bride and the groom have little to no worries when it comes to their big day. Every time I turned around, this guy, the maitre d', was taking care of every little detail. And as you can see at the main table with the bride and the groom, there are staff members holding her dress as she gets ready to sit, making sure her dress doesn't get tangled or caught, pushing her chair in, refilling the groom's drink, making sure they're comfortable and taking their orders for us to move to and fro. And the maitre d', anyone that wanted to take a picture by the signs where the guest list is and their seating arrangements, which is a beautiful setup, he was prepared, he was ready to take pictures. Now the industry. Now, heading outside to the outdoor patio, there was plenty more space and food. And over here, you have a taco station with adobo steak, mini tangeria, chicken, chili, shrimp, as well as the chips and guac. Now, there's plenty of room on the outdoor patio for people to socialize and have a good time. The first time that I've ever seen frozen cocktails at a wedding. Pine Hollow provides that as well at their slushy station, and there are many options as well as the pomegranate margarita. While you're on the outdoor patio, there is a beautiful view of their golf course. Even though it was a little bit cloudy that day, it didn't matter because the view is still spectacular. Now let's go ahead and check out the And that was my list for the top 10 wedding venues of 2024. I have about 50 to 60 weddings coming up for the year 2025, but there is still time for you to reach out to me to book me for your upcoming wedding for 2025. I still have space available. Reach out to the link in the description if you would like me and my band at your wedding, at your next event. Shout out to all the venues that had me and my band at your event for the 2024 season. I'm looking forward to 2025. It's going to be great. It's going to be very entertaining, and we're going to take it to a whole nother level next year. I hope you enjoyed my list. And if you would like to do further research on these venues, check out the links of the venues in the description. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm Rashwai the First, and I'm your wedding singer.